Hello, orienteering friends, and welcome to another race recording. This is our B class regional race in category H40, which is category where I race. This is a short track, let's say. I should start shortly. This time we are starting uh, up the hill or uphill, which is not definitely it's not a treat for the runners. Yeah, but it might get you faster up to the desired heart rate, let's say. Well, the the hill was not that steep, honestly, so it wasn't that hard for me, at least. Uh, the strategy how to get to control one was well, pretty simple. As you can see, follow the road and then try to get into the how would you say, in, along that thicker vegetation, thicker forest, where you really have to fight a little bit. Well, so far so good. There is the clearing, and now, well, I was trying to run as much as I could, but well, as you can see, now the hill got a little bit steeper, and I had to walk it. I wanted to get to this brown dot. I don't know the exact name for this feature. Sorry for that. And then I wanted to get to that small clearing, but as you can see, I didn't manage it. Somehow I got lost and panicked or whatever. Why am I not moving here? Yeah, so as you can see, I'm off the right direction. I was going too much to the right, and I basically got lost in this vegetation. Somehow I didn't manage to see the control on my left, and then I thought that maybe I'm too far in the more greenish vegetation. Even now I didn't saw it, which is a pity because it was just in front of me. Now I totally turned 180 degrees and went that way. I was basically just trying to find another clearing, and well, I got lost in this vegetation. I'm not sure why I still continued. Maybe I just thought, okay, let me get out of this mess. That was definitely a bad strategy. As I said, probably I kind of panicked. Then I tried to get out of this. Still, fighting in the wrong direction. And now, in a while, I should get to the end of this vegetation. I also noticed some people there, so that also led me to go down there. I I could have gone straight down here, which I didn't. Well, I don't know. It's very hard for me now to understand why I did that. I guess I just saw these people there, and you know, I was asking, is that my control? Is that the number or no? Then you know, looking around, not knowing where am I. Then I see this control, so I was trying to go there, thinking that maybe I was to the left too much. This guy told me, okay, there is this fence below you. And I was like, okay, I know that it's below me, I already crossed it. And then we went out, and I knew that I just need to go. Now I knew that I have to go to the right. Unfortunately, I stepped somewhere and fell down, lost my camera, so now I'm like 20 seconds just looking for the camera. I almost gave it up, and I was thinking maybe I will try to find it later. Fortunately, I found it, so I continued in the race with the camera, but now it wasn't properly fit on my head, so I'm looking, the camera is looking slightly more up than I would like to. Now again, I think I did a mistake because I went into the forest too early. But this time I think I had better direction somehow. I don't know. There's this other guy. I remember this place. I remember that I went this way already. But this time, the second try, I was more close to the control. Or I was like, okay, I was here, so it must be somewhere on my left maybe. And then I probably saw it here, so that's how I found it. But it wasn't, you know, probably I was, somehow I missed the more thicker vegetation, and I didn't distinguish properly the difference. And that's why I missed it on the first try. It cost me 4 minutes, right? Or maybe 5, I don't know. So now I knew that I just want to get out of the vegetation or the thicker forests. I wanted to go this one and just to follow the path. So now this is quite easy. I will stop commenting for a while because now it doesn't make sense. I'm just running along the road. So feel free to skip a little bit further. It will take me maybe even 2 minutes to get to a point where it makes sense to comment something more. Now I'm getting close to the control. I think I used the compass well, took the right direction. It wasn't easy to run across all these fallen branches or whatever, but I think I was a little bit exhausted already, so I couldn't really run that fast, let's say. Now I'm attacking the control already, and I'm just trying to pick up what was the control. It was this little, how would you say it, depression at this is the small fortifications that was built before Second World War, and now they are all destroyed. As I was a little bit exhausted, I didn't want to go uphill, so I rather decided to go through this vegetation that you basically have to fight, because it's the trees are cut down, so it's you have to do high steps or big steps. It wasn't easy. I think if I would go around, then it would be probably easier to run, but probably the distance, not the time it would take me would be the same. So after all, it didn't make that much of a difference in my mind. Now I don't know why I stopped. Probably I was thinking that I will already see the control, or I was just looking for the stone to see it somewhere. Again, as you see, this stone is just the remains of the fortification. And now control number 4. Well, the first part was quite easy to just run downhill, and I knew that I need to cross these two roads, and that there is this small vegetation that you basically have to go around. So this was quite easy. I wasn't running that fast downhill because it was pretty steep, and I didn't really want to fall down. So now I'm getting close to the first road, and I was just cautious not to run along it. I remember thinking, no, this is not the one, man. So now I knew that the control is somewhere right in front of me, but then I was thinking, maybe I will lose the meters that I climbed, and I was thinking, well, I'm not sure if I will be able to hit it correctly. So I rather decided to go around along this vehicle road, and I knew that I should go to the forest somewhere around the place where is this gatekeeper stand. I'm closing in to that thing right now. So since I saw it, I decided to head into the forest. Now I think it was a little bit premature. I could go a little bit further, maybe like 20 meters or something like that, but now it was clear. I'm not sure why did I stop here. Maybe I was a little bit unsure, and I just wanted some kind of confirmation, or I guess I was just looking for the control, although I knew that I need to pass through the thicker vegetation. I hit the control quite nice. Now I already started, you know, thinking how to get to control 5, although I first had to go get away from this thick forest. Now I considered the possibility to go uphill and then along the contour somehow, but I didn't like that option because there were a lot of different types of vegetation that I would have to cross, and I was thinking, okay, well, at the end you will have to climb up the height anyway, you know. So if you climb up the 4 contours now, it might be a little bit easier, but then you will have to fight the vegetation, etc. So I was like, okay, let's run around and just make sure you will hit the right point. So I was constantly checking the vegetation on the left, and it seems all the same. It seemed all the same to me, you know, like I wasn't very confident that right now I'm at the thick vegetation, that I'm here now, yes, but then when I ran a little bit further, the vegetation looked still the same to me. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm in this little turn, that might be one. So that was also kind of my strategy, how to distinguish where am I. I was still checking if I could go uphill somewhere here, but I really didn't like the vegetation thickness, you know, so I was trying to avoid it. And then I was thinking, okay, I need to find a place how to climb up, and fortunately now it looked like a path, you know, so maybe it was, maybe not. Now this part was pretty steep, that's why I'm climbing very, very slowly. And well, those guys who were climbing like closer to control 4, maybe they had it easier because it was not that steep, but it was, in my opinion, it was longer, right? So now how long it took me, maybe a minute, maybe less than a minute. And I guess I was already looking on how to get to control 6 during the way. Now I definitely knew that where to go. As you can see, I'm not really looking that much in the map, or at least I don't see it now. But I knew that I will go along the contours, then there should be the thicker vegetation, and then there should be some vegetation, some clearing that was with fence around. So that was kind of my strategy, the points that I wanted to take. As you can see right now, well, I was deciding if I go around from the right side or from the left side, but it didn't, I think it didn't make any difference now. So I basically went back straight into the forest underneath the fenced area, and then I was trying to hit the path and then the road, and then the strategy was to go into the forest along the contours somewhere around the corner of the path, not corner, when the place where the path is turning right, or maybe this was the south. So now this was fairly easy, right? I don't know if there was a better choice. It doesn't seem that there was. So now I was running pretty confidently along the way, along the road. So yeah, that was easy. Now I'm looking where to, divert into the forest, which is now. And again, I'm going a little bit upwards, so a little bit slowing down. And now I should be crossing the next road, which is almost here now. And then there was this big clearing that I knew that I have to pass, so that was another anchor point for me. So this guy was going to the same control as I, apparently. Now I think I already saw the control now. He's alright. He just tripped on some raspberry vine. Now, well, control 10, that was, at least from my point of view, climb up the hill and get to the road and along the thick vegetation from the right side, and then just try to keep the right direction and hit it. It was into the thick vegetation. I was thinking, like, I don't know if I have much of a choice here, so and now I also saw this other guy who looked the same age as I did, so that motivated me to run a little bit. So I'm trying to get it moving and into the forest, right? Well, what can you do? Anyways, this was still going uphill, right? So I wasn't able to run the whole time. Now I'm entering the thick vegetation, so that's even more difficult to run in here, because you are constantly obstructed with the branches, and not an easy. Now these ladies ask me where they are, although they probably knew where they are. So. And I guess they were also heading to the same control as I. Now, again, I'm checking the map, but maybe I was just hoping for, other possibility than going through this messy. Not messy, it wasn't that messy, but you have these small branches constantly bugging you, scratching you. That's not a pleasant thing. Now this was a tricky area, and it always is for me, so I was also just walking and trying to, you know, read the vegetation, trying to keep the right direction, and that's why I'm still looking around. Now I saw this, let's say, runnable forest, so I knew that I'm there, and it should be somewhere at the edge of this forest, and it was. So I thought that the control will be in the edge of it, not as far as it was. The control was probably some kind of small depression, or I don't know, I don't remember. Now, again, I was thinking, okay, how do I get to the next control? And I was, only possibility I saw was to, you know, get the right direction, you know, like take azimuth or how you call it, and just to run. But it wasn't very runnable, at least not for me. I usually need some anchoring point that will, you know, where I can look and see and say, okay, I'm going that direction. So now I fixed my direction. It was possible to see a little bit further, so I try to run now, and I saw something at my right side, this kind of a clearing. That's why I'm looking and going that direction, and that wasn't it. And then I saw it, so that I didn't even notice that there is this how you say it, there's this line or narrow right path, so that could help me also. Now to control now 9, it was you know, again kind of obvious that I will go kind of straight. I just needed to set my direction. Again, there were constantly these ruins of the old fortifications. Now I should have run along this footpath, right? And somehow I missed that, and I ran into the vegetation, which was it was stupid. It just slowed me down. But well, how much I lost? Like 5 seconds, maybe 10. The flow could have been better, right? Now I'm back on it, going that way. I should have, you know, planned it more carefully already. That, you know, run from the right side of this fortification, which I didn't. I thought that I will go across. It wasn't possible. There are these, you know, how, because the fortification is blown up, it's torn apart. You see these wires, thick steel wires. So I didn't really want to jump across it. Now, yeah, this was a very difficult decision again. Just run straight to the end of the forest and cross the meadow. So I will just let you watch me run now for a while. As you can see, there was even a corridor, especially made for us, so that was kind of easy. Now I must admit that I got a little bit, I don't know, distracted or unsure where am I. I tripped a little and my camera went too far down. Now, as you can see, I'm going too much to the right, but this vegetation stopped me. I remember I wasn't super sure if I have to go straight down or where am I exactly. That's why I stopped, and now I was thinking, okay, let's go a little bit to the left and follow a little bit further. It should be somewhere where this thick vegetation ends. So I just follow the direction. Now I think, yeah, now I even saw it from further away. The earth bank wasn't that distinctive, at least from my point of view, so I was like, well, I was surprised that this is it. Okay, so, well, I was glad that I had it, so I didn't think too much about it. Then again, I was, you know, how to get to 11? I have to go straight anyway, so I was just going straight, set my compass, set my direction, and went away and hit it. Hit it pretty nicely. Now to the next control. Probably I saw it already, and I knew that I have to go across the meadow again. So I wasn't really hesitating too much. I just ran to the edge of the forest and then across the meadow. I will let you watch now, and I will get back to you soon. Or not. Well, there is one possibility. If I look at it now, maybe I could have gone a little bit further to the right along the contours, right? Maybe that would be kind of better strategy. I don't know. You tell me. But it didn't seem that this uphill is that difficult to run. You know, I'm able to run. It's not easy, but I'm running. So now, when I was closing in to the edge of the meadow, I knew that I should see some big boulder or whatever it is. It's actually this big fortification. Somehow someone owns it and maintains it. There was a car, and well, I knew that I have to go to this fortification. I could have gone to the forest basically right now somewhere on this left side, but then maybe the forest looked too thick to me, or I don't know what happened. Somehow I decided to go from the right side of the forest. So now basically going to this depression valley, or no, a valley, let's say, and then basically down along it, because the control was basically in this valley, somewhere in the middle. I was quite amazed by these big I don't know if it is a quarry, maybe. Anyway, I was quite amazed by it. Here I was just, I don't know, I was checking if I'm at the right place. It wasn't super easy to run down this path, so I'm not really speeding, or otherwise I would be rolling down the hill. And yeah, now it was fairly obvious that it's somewhere here in this small depression. Now the next control from my point of view was to go along the footpath to the old fortification and then, you know, take it from there, take some direction. So now, as you can see, I'm getting to the footpath, running along it. This was very short distance. It was I was kind of surprised that it was so close. Now I was deciding if I go from the left or from the right. I don't know what was better. It seemed better to go this way to me, so that's why I'm going here. Now again I'm in this thicker vegetation, not easy to see too far in front of you, so another anchor point for me was the the border, the bordering line, the boundary between these two vegetations. One of them is more green, the other one is slightly green, so I was keeping myself along that. Now here I did a mistake. I did a stupid mistake. I didn't turn my map correctly. So now I'm running actually in the wrong direction. You can see that it's stupid, and I don't even know how did I manage to notice it. You know, sometimes when I do these mistakes, I don't notice and go 180 degrees different. Fortunately, I somehow notice it. I noticed that I have to go upwards and I'm going downwards, so maybe that was the case. And since I was, a bit lost, I just took this road as a direction and tried to go along this road, thinking that it will be easier for me to go through this vegetation. Now again, I could have gone this way, this direction, a little bit further uphill. Somehow I decided to go around this knoll. So yeah, I think it didn't make that much of a difference. I think the bigger mistake was at the beginning. Now I just wanted to get close to the big rocks that I saw on the map, because I knew that the control is somewhere at the end, and that was my strategy. So now it was easy, let's say. They placed quite a few controls around here, but yeah, nothing really difficult for me to distinguish. Now to control 15, I didn't really see another possibility than to run along these big rocks, so that's how I went, you know. I was now just deciding if I take this path or the path on the left. Anyway, I would ended up here, right? So it did. It wasn't much of a difference. Now this was a little bit upwards. That's why I'm not running. Now this downhill that they pushed me to run, you know, gave me the kick, and so I was running. Now it was downhill basically, but again here you have to climb up. That slows you down. Then you see another hill, and you are tired, so you don't want to really run. Now you think, oh, which way? I remember I was trying to avoid, you know, climbing up, but then I was thinking, well, man, you can't really go up. There is the rock anyways, so you have to go straight, climb it up to the road, and yeah, again I slipped. Well, now this was easy. Again, you're running along the road, and I was thinking, okay, I will go along the contours, along the hill. So yeah, maybe I could have done it or execute this run a little bit better. I don't know. It didn't seem to me correct to, not correct. I didn't want to go up. I was tired, you know. Running along this hill, it wasn't easy, but it was still better than to run uphill. So, and I knew that I have to see it somewhere. I'm in the control, so I could have run maybe a little bit faster. Now I was, you know, it seemed to me that, you know, I have to go into this valley. I think I could have chosen a little bit better way. I could have go into this depression and then along the meadow. Instead, I mean, along the meadow on the left. Instead, I chose to run along this meadow, which maybe was not the best way, because I had to climb up at the end a little bit. Now, you know, anyways, I had to go down. I don't know why I stopped. Maybe I was checking where am I. I guess now I was thinking I have to get to the clearing, or at the edge of the clearing, and then climb up. So here I identified the small valley or small depression, let's say. Not depression, I don't know. You know what I mean. And then I saw this guy coming to the control, so I knew that it's there. Now, since I was tired, I didn't want to go on the top of this features there, this vegetation. So I went down and from underneath it, It meant that now I had to climb up a little bit. I was already tired. I remember it wasn't easy. Well, if I can say, I think that the race was executed well, except the first control, right? So I didn't do many mistakes after that. I found the controls, so I was, I had a good feeling about that. Also, I was, well, not happy about the first control still. I don't know if they could made it better. Uh, it seemed pretty easy to me, at least for finding the controls. But as you saw, the forest didn't really offer too many possibilities. There were a lot of features, a lot of anchor points. So I mean, hard to tell if it could have been more difficult from the orienteering point of view. Other than that, it was okay. I enjoyed the run. The weather was a little bit too hot, but as I said, I enjoyed it. It was nice. Definitely.
Neskazil tu jedničku.
See you next
Tak
time.
dobrý.
Bye.
Ne.